7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Woo! Man, oh man, oh man. Do we got a barn burner for you tonight? It's Wednesday night. This is We Be Tailin. I'm Captain Eric Hasty, and this is
John King.
John King. John King is on fire. Got fire coming out of his eyes. We're going to have a good show for you tonight. As usual, we're shooting live in beautiful downtown Inglis inside of Captain's Cove Outfitters.
Beautiful.
The outfitters with the mostest, I guess. You know, that's, you got anything going on fishing-wise around here?
Best little fish house in
Texas.
No.
I thought you were going with that movie.
No. Is this English or Yankee Town?
Yeah, we're in English.
Okay, so the best little fish house in English.
There you go.
Yeah, baby. Where it doesn't even smell like fish.
No. Don't go to the head.
You know?
It doesn't smell like fish in there.
Whoa! Whoa! I came out and I went, do not go in there. Do not.
Man, we're gonna have a good show. We got the weekend fishing. We've got some captain's corners in there. Tonight's topic: Rage Against the Machine. We're obviously going to talk about Noah's recent FUBAR attempt to do what they do, and I just want to say we won't be as politically correct and nice as and agree with. We think this is the best thing for the fishery. We're not going in that direction.
No.
So, and we're not going to be ugly about it either. But and nothing that we say tonight will change what they're going to do.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can go to all their meetings, and I promise you.
All we're going to do is prove that what they're doing and where they're getting their information is BS. And this is all information that you can look up on your own. You know, as John said, he's got the numbers.
Yeah, it's all right there online. I mean, you can go look for yourself, and you can find it, and you can Google anything we talk about tonight. All up to you. I mean, if you're a Googler,
Google it.
You can Google it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
takes a little time to find it, and you got to work through it, but you can Google it.
Yep. There you go. And we got some stuff to give away. We've got Bonnie with State Farm. Yeah, Bonnie with State Farm. Her contest is over, and we're gonna pick a winner for this awesome. Fish bag,
Calcutta cooler, and fish hook remover, and
hooker thing.
And if you win it and you get it, you can use it this weekend in her tournament because it's this weekend Saturday.
It is. We're going to talk about that too. So we got lots to get to, and John wants to talk a lot, so I'm going to have to
give it the button, the hook. You're going to have to give me the hook.
What's up? Let's.
I promise to be very cordial and very kind. And
sure.
I'm going to explain to you what I think about it and why.
Yep.
And then you'll see what I mean.
Well, John, let's get started. Let's see if anybody is even tuning into this happy horse crap. Get on the right page here. Got so many pages open. Wow, that just jumped a bunch.
That was a lot of pages. When you look through 244 pages and some shenanigans and some funny numbers, you'll see why they're getting paid the big bucks.
There we go. It looks like we got Denise back on top in her perch where she belongs. First commenter right there.
She took our boy out.
Bobby is on there. He just wasn't first.
That's
he was
right.
A strong second.
If you ain't first, you're last, Bobby.
Yeah. Patriot Stan got in there pretty quick. Rick's on. Let's see. Bill is on. You're humming again.
I did hum. I haven't done that in a while, but I just did it.
Yep. It's because you're so excited.
I'm excited.
Bill is on there. Chris is on here. You're humming again.
Did I hum again? Damn it, man. I feel musical tonight.
Yep.
Musical fruits?
Doug is
or
on.
Musical toots. Don't start those, John.
Nope. Let's see, Dale. You didn't even realize you just did it again.
I did it again. I did. Dang it. All right, I got to stop this.
John has lost his mind.
I can't.
You've done so much reading. It's insane.
That's right. That's what it is.
Let's see. Dale said he made 2 Yeti cups of margaritas tonight.
Woo, Dale.
Yeah,
I wish I was there drinking margaritas, to be honest with you. I can't wait for the shindig, man, because I want to drink. It's time.
Sam says he just did the direct dial-up to DeSantis, and he's going to close Grouper December 21st. There you go.
All right. Let's get her done.
That may be fake news.
Yeah, I think that's fake news. I think DeSantis is a little busy right now to take Sam's call, but if he got through, kudos.
Yeah, all right. Let's see. Jim of Jim's Jigs, has John exploded yet? Nope, not yet.
I saw Jim today.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. Bonnie with State Farm is on. Jessica is there. Let's see. Casey is on. The bearded one. Kev Dog.
We sucked it up, Kev Dog.
We did.
I think it was John's fault. I punished myself when I got home. I stood in the corner.
Ty is on. Susie Napoli. What's up, girl? Laura is on. Excited for this weekend as well. You should be. Big weekend coming. Big
We're
weekend.
all friends. All of us are all friends. It's going to be great.
Tyler.
Hang out.
Yeah. Tyler.
Tyler will be there.
Apparently, Tyler and Andrew the ones to beat. That's what everybody keeps saying.
They're always the ones to beat, man. That's the crew.
Yeah.
I'm scared of them. I ain't gonna lie to you.
All right. Rick says, I have no idea how you two make the new show better than last week. Gotta be. Okay. I don't know. We
can do it.
Was the show good last week?
I don't know. I mean, it must have been.
I thought we did freshwater last week.
Yeah.
I thought that was an awful show.
Oh my gosh. Whoa. Are you comparing this to freshwater?
Oh my God. I couldn't wait for that episode to end. I thought it was horrible.
Hey, Tyler, should I buy a Ken Griffey rookie junior card?
How about a Cal Ripken
near
card?
mint? No, we're not going to do Cal Ripken. He got us in trouble the other night. Should I buy a Ken Griffey rookie junior a 10 mint card for $100?
There you go.
In the thing with the PSA. Help me out, Tyler.
David is on. We're from the government, and we're here to help.
I was going to use that tonight, but he just stole my thunder. That was going to be my, hi, I'm John. I'm from the government, and I'm here to help.
Thomas says, John, no F-bombs. Stop humming.
No, I'm not going to. I need to stop humming. I'm going to stop humming, but I'm not going to do any F-bombs. I promise you, I'm just going to.
There you go. Mr. Revis is on.
I'm going to be nice.
Michelle is on. Oh, Laura's starting to trash talk. Tyler and Andrew are all over slot.
Oh, snap. Them boys are just too big for their own britches. They're too big for their own ruler.
And let the trash talk begin.
Son. You got anything for that, Tyler?
Lordy,
They're
Lordy,
all
Lordy.
over slot. Oh, my God. I like it. That's classic, man. Good stuff.
Go. All right, well, good job,
At least
John.
our tailors have a sense of humor, man.
Tyler does too.
Tyler does too. Thank God Tyler does too.
There we go.
I heard a net hit the wall. Did a net just hit the wall? What was that? Was that the check it stick?
There we go. Yep. Oh, there we go. Not worried about Team Andrew. They're overslot champions.
Oh my God. Ouch. Oh, this is going to be bad. Tyler must be thinking one up right now. That or he took another shot of Crown.
No, he says that card's going for $116.
Oh, okay, so not a good deal.
Yeah, there we go. All right, John. Blackwater Fishing Club. We tried to talk about this last week.
Oh, I did it again.
You hummer.
What is wrong with Is it the Coca-Cola?
I don't know, but we got the Blackwater Fishing Club coming up. You could put a little something in that Coke and maybe...
God, maybe that's what I need to stop humming. Oh, man.
We've got the meeting tomorrow upstairs at Blackwater, 7 o'clock.
Be there or be square.
Kev Dog, is there a speaker?
Yes, Kai Lewis.
Oh, okay, there you
Look
go.
at me knowing things.
Man,
even through all the reading that I've done, I know things. How did I know that?
And
where did that come from?
Everywhere.
Yep. Where did that come
I'm not
from?
sure.
I don't even know where that came from. Where did I see that at? I'm pretty... Kevin, let me know. Did I read that somewhere? I don't know.
Yeah.
I truly believe Kai Lewis will be speaking tomorrow night. I hope that I'm right.
Apparently, we're going to learn again how many vessels he's had come out from under.
He has sunk some vessels now. I'm not going to lie to you. I've heard a story or two.
He's got some good stories.
Yep, he's got some sunken vessel stories.
Yeah.
And they're good ones.
Oh, Tyler says they're hot on the fish, John.
Hot on the fish.
Woo!
Hot on the overspots?
I don't know.
I think he needs to veer from those. Don't catch those. Try to get the guy in the middle that's just 27 inches and a hard partier and drank a lot of beer. That's all what I always used to say.
That fat
you
boy.
need the fat boy.
We need the John Daly of
John Daly of redfish. We need the John Daly of redfish. That's the one I'm going to catch. I'm coming in with an 8.5 pounder, Tyler. Look out, buddy.
Chris nailed it on the head.
What'd he say?
I think when John's blood pressure goes up, he hums.
Oh, shoot.
And that could be, that could
Is
be.
that possible?
It could be.
Because I got this thing they say like ADHD.
I thought you had a whole bunch of other letters.
I'm tripolar.
LGBTQF.
No. I was born a lesbian. Now, I can't lie to you about that. Now, I ain't gonna lie.
Well, John, there's a meeting tomorrow, 7 o'clock at the Blackwater.
Have we figured it out?
And there's going to be a tournament.
Speaker?
Come
that's
up
right.
on Saturday.
They've got their tournament.
Yeah.
And we have the tournament. That's a lot of tournament going on in this area.
We're trying to figure out if we could double dip.
I think we could. Yeah, I think it's okay because it's a dead fish tournament, except for the snook.
Yeah.
But that's a live fish. You want to measure it. So, yeah, I think we can double dip.
Yep. Yeah. All right. So, Kev Dog is confirming, yes, the myth, the legend, Kai Lewis will regale us with
I thought I'd
his
seen it. I
stories
didn't want to lie, though.
Fish talks and all that good stuff.
Good.
There we go.
All right.
Yay. All right. Moving right along, John.
Moving right along.
This is... I don't even know when we're going to put this up here, but
oh boy.
Hey, shallow water
trips,
John.
Up until October 19th, knock yourself out.
Get them while they're hot.
Get them while they're hot. Hot commodity.
Give us a call, 352.
Well, that just went against the quote of that picture. No, they don't do that. So
3206.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That is a myth. They don't.
When we get into it there, yes.
Wouldn't it be funny if some guy sits there and goes, wow.
Yeah.
I seen that same picture go around for 3 years in a memory. I think we got to count those fish again. I mean, how would you know? You can't use that.
No,
There's no way.
No.
Some people are like, I can't believe you're posting all those fish kill pictures. Come on, man.
Quick example.
So yeah, what did you say when I took one of those fish? You said a great answer. You said if I catch a grouper and take it, what does that mean? You said the stock just dropped by a grouper.
Oh, yeah. Well,
that chick freaking stock. If you keep one, the stock dropped. Well, duh.
Well, yeah. There's less fish in the ocean today than there was yesterday.
Yep, because I took one.
Well, if I took one, there's going to be a little bit less.
Imagine that. Did you know
they're going to make some more.
No way. And there's no way that fish is going to be replaced by a baby. Golly.
Lordy.
Yeah, you had me.
Yep.
I had to think about it. I was like, well, yeah, I guess you're right. I took one.
John, you spoke about it earlier, but we do have the 2023 Shindig coming up October 14th, again at the Blackwater in beautiful downtown Yankeetown. John, if you know, you know.
You know.
This has been our umpteenth Shindig, and it is just,
we keep doing them because the Taylors want to do them.
I was done with number one, and everybody like, what? No, we want more. We want more. We need more. We got to have more.
I mean,
and now we've done a lot.
Yeah. So we get to party. We get to hang with all our coolness that we are. We get to sing. We get to play games.
Yeah.
We get to win things.
Yeah.
We get to draw things. It's just a total bunch of fun.
Yeah.
And we have a theme. We're stepping back in the 80s, people.
Oh, 80s karaoke.
I mean,
you get to play games.
This is right up our alley.
You get to raffle.
Yeah.
You get to mingle.
Yeah. You get to drink.
And you get to socialize.
Socialize.
Sing. Dance.
Rock and roll.
Porch party.
Who does this? We do.
I don't know if anybody does it quite like we do.
I don't think so. I mean, we even have a world-class singer.
Yep.
And when she sings, people listen.
Because she does that yodeling.
That's right.
People are like, what the hell is going on? And they gotta
and
check
it's
it
good.
Out. Oh, it's awesome.
A great yodel.
It's awesome.
I mean, that yodel, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm sorry. What's his name that's going out with her?
That married her?
That married her, yeah. What's his name?
Bobby guy?
That yodeling turns me on. I've never been more turned on by yodeling in my entire life.
Apparently, it turned him on too.
It did.
He
married her.
They met at the shindig.
That's right.
Spring
and he married a yodeler. Bobby never thought he'd marry a yodeler.
Yep. So there you go. So going to be lots of fun. I did just put up an event. I don't know why I put up an event. Somebody said, well, I haven't seen anything on Facebook about it. Well, if you don't watch our show, maybe you don't need to go. I don't know. But I put an event up there every year. 15 people say they're coming, and we end up with 150, people at minimum show up to this thing. And, so that it's up there. Yeah. There you go.
And it's open to everybody. You don't have to get a singleized invite because, man, could you imagine if we tagged everybody in this thing?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Well, we don't have time for that.
Ain't nobody got time
we love
for
you
that.
all, and we want you all to come and have a good time and party, and eat, and have a good time.
Jeff said in that picture, everybody's got a jacket on. Those were accounted for in last year's numbers, Jeff.
That was the whole problem.
Yeah.
That skewed the whole dang thing. Oh, man, the poundage.
Yep. Oh, here we go, John. Don't forget the butt crack bingo.
Hold on. I may have a picture of butt crack bingo.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Do you want to spoil it right now?
I'm going to spoil it right now.
Yeah.
Here we have butt crack bingo.
That gives you any indication of where we're going.
Where we're heading with this one. It's a butt crack bingo.
Lord.
Oh,
all right.
man.
What does Rick have to say here? He says, Jesus, people, if you haven't done one of the... I can't tell everything that says.
Probably
it doesn't say that.
Yep.
It says something... Oh, we be Tailin shindigs. Yeah. You have no idea how much fun it is. Give it a try.
Good gracious, man. Look, we're here to entertain you, no doubt.
Yeah. All right. There we go. Uh-oh. Bonnie says, and not Bonnie, I guess she's talking about our yodeler may be or may not be singing at the Anglers Party, I guess, coming up on Friday.
That's not humming. That was yodeling.
No. So, John, what we've got so far, we've got our sponsors. Let's see, what do we got? We got Sonny's, Captain's Cove, Native, Nautical Mailboxes, Bonnie with State Farm, Stacy and Jeanette Photos, Seabass
Already
Welding,
seen that. Ooh, buddy.
Jim's Jigs, Filletzall, We Be Tailin, Shasty McNasty Fishing. So, I mean, it's, we'll have a good spread again.
Yep, and I'm
it
sure
may not be as great as others, but it's going to be,
there'll be a Missy basket, and there'll probably be something from John in there. You never know what that could be, but look at that.
Give you a little heads up of Casey said we're not doing tiller handles this year. We're going to do a little casting deck, so that's going to be pretty cool.
That sure is pretty.
Be pretty cool. Yep,
that's almost as pretty as a Gag Grouper.
It almost kind of looked like one with all the different colors on it.
That mottled color on there makes you stealth. Look good on the front of Chris Dunning's boat. Look good on the front of Chris Gravener's boat. I mean, that would look good on a lot of. I think Rick Largo could use that.
We need to cut back on our Chris's. We got so many.
We got
Chris's.
lots of Chris's.
Yeah.
Yep. We got some Chris's.
All right, John, we got to get into Captain's Corner here so we can get into your topic. You got so much you want to talk about this evening. Captain's Corner is basically a localized fishing report. Everybody is the captain of their own vessel, and this is our, you get to be a YouTube star for 15 to 30 seconds.
Yep.
If you want to go ahead and send one in, John, we ask that you take your phone while doing it and hold it like this, not so much like this, like this, and send it to CaptainEricKSD@gmail.com, Shasty McNasty Fishing on the old Facebooks, and text it to 352-220-3206 if you're one of those texters, John.
And if you're out there and you're catching a gag, go ahead and gut him. That way there's less weight.
Well, they go by gutted weight, John.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, you.
Never mind. I was trying. I tried to sneak one in there.
There you go. Yep. All right, John, let's see. Who do we got up first? We've got Jessica. Let's see what Jessica's got to say. Here we go.
Jessica, Captain's Corner, Sunday, probably 3:30. We just got out here. I'm using a nice big shrimp with a 5 or a 4 slip shot. Nice 21 inches. Gonna be released. Cut lines. It's blowing like kites today. White capping. Right now we're in the back country, so you can't really tell, but it was rough to get here. Tie lines.
All right, there you go, John. I was starting to get a little seasick.
So I'm looking down at your papers, and because my mind was messed up, and I was humming.
Yeah.
Said I'm Rick James, damn it. Isn't that like a something that used to be said?
Yeah,
I see that.
Yeah. Well, you see, it's James Rick.
I'm
but
James Rick, damn it.
You were dyslexic.
I told you I worked backwards with this deal.
Because James is coming up next.
I'm
right
Rick
here.
James, damn it.
Here we go. Let's see what James has to say.
James, Captain's Corner, catching redfish. Windy as hell. Cut ladyfish. 24 and a half. It's a catch and release type of day.
All right, we just had a conversation, and it's confirmed that John is in the early stages of
dementia.
Alzheimer's. Yeah, Alzheimer's. Yeah.
What's dementia?
Kind of in the same field.
Same thing? Okay,
well,
I
it's
got
not
both.
the same thing, but it's in the same field.
Same field?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think it's the
gosh.
same part of the brain. And then John, it was obviously, I mean, you could see the wind was blowing.
Oh, that was
It's
ripping.
been a windy few days,
Yep.
a windy few days. But here we
The
go.
winds are blowing.
Here is Rick.
Hey guys, Rick and Laura. Did a little gator hunting the last 3 nights. I'll update y'all on that later. We had to get out here before I went to work tomorrow. Do a little practice for Fishing for Freedom Bonnie's tournament. We've got about 6. They're all like 26 inches. But got you in today on big shrimp. Big shrimp. 5 shrimp. All right, guys, have a great day. I think this is number 6. We're good to go.
I think we might have to worry about him in the tournament. You know, I don't know. That's a pretty nice fish.
That's he was scouting for Bonnie's tournament. Said he's on big shrimp, John. Big shrimp.
Big shrimp.
Yep. So we've got big shrimp, cut mullet. You know, they're still eating
There's a couple things. Couple things for you to use.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Aquatic Nutrition will be sending you some Cube 8 super baits and some swag. There we go. Super duper. Nice. Let's see. The rubber feet came in for the platform.
Nice.
So there we go, Casey.
Nice.
Yep. Let's see. Gonna put tickets in for that platform. There you go.
There's some few people want that platform. They were already kind of fighting over it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep,
There we go.
beautiful platform.
Yeah, anything we could draw attention to, John, that's a good deal.
Exactly.
So, John, we have been talking about this and it seems like we've been talking about it forever, but it's finally here. Let's talk about Bonnie with State Farm. If you haven't got a quote yet from Bonnie, you need to give her a call at 352-484-0905.
The lines are open. I mean, no, tomorrow. The
Give her
lines will
calls
be
tomorrow,
open.
yeah.
Yep, the lines will be open tomorrow. And you can talk with Bonnie probably Saturday, you know, if you run into, I don't think she wants to talk about insuring, but, you want to talk to her about fishing on Saturday because even Bonnie wants a day off.
Yeah. Well, she may want in one hand.
That's right. And receive in the other.
Well, like I said, we've been talking about this for a while, and it's finally here. This Saturday coming up, it's going to be good. Going to be exciting, John. I think it's going to be fun. We're going to have a lot of, like you said, friends.
That's
and
right.
Folks,
these are all people that are friends. I mean, this is going to be a fun time.
Lots of tailors.
Yep.
And who knows? I mean, it's anybody's ball game. You may have somebody down at the end of Dump Road just throw a shrimp out on
and boom,
and bam, there he is, 27 fat,
8.5 pound fish coming in out of nowhere. You don't know. Tournaments are whoever's got the lucky hand and the lucky time and just happens to just put it all together in one shot. Boom, you win. It happens that way sometimes.
Whoever tied their knot right.
That's right. If you tie a bad knot, that's a no bueno. Or you make a bad net choice, that's a no bueno.
So, Bonnie, here's your time to shine in the comments. We got something going on Friday night. Captain's meeting, the party, what time is that and where is that? Go ahead, put that in the comments so we could read that out accurately. We do not want to put out misinformation.
Right.
And then the tournament will be on Saturday.
Saturday, baby.
Yep, there we go.
Saturday, fishing for them redfish, snook,
there we go.
trout.
So Gary wants to know, can we spearfish for the tournament?
No.
It's a question for Bonnie. It can't.
I'm answering that. No. You want to know why? Because those are game fish.
You're not allowed to spearfish
any of those fish. No.
Wait a minute. I've heard tale of somebody bow fishing a snook and bow fishing a.
No.
I just heard tales, and I'm not mentioning names.
No. You're not allowed to spear game fish. Maybe the mystery fish, the mystery mullet fish, maybe.
All right, so here we go. Bonnie has got it out where I could read it nice and easy. So Friday from 5 to 8 at the American Legion on 40. No spearfishing.
Yes. See, she backed me up. I don't want to see no holes.
Oh,
don't you gaff no redfish.
Yep. So John, that's going to be a lot of fun. And as you know, Bonnie is always giving us something to give away monthly.
She is.
And we do a little contest.
We have givers.
And last month transferred over into this month. And it was basically, you come into the shop, you buy a little something, bada bing, bada boom, you put it in the bucket. It didn't have to be extravagant. I think Ty did really well.
Yeah.
he went above and beyond, with a little something. But I mean, that's cool.
Wow.
That's cool.
Wowzer.
Yeah. So, and this bucket, John, everything in this bucket is going to Bonnie's tournament, and this is all from the Tailors. Everybody that watches the show, and I mean, this bucket is full with all.
It's got goodies,
kind of goodies, and all that good stuff. So we don't know how Bonnie will do it, but I mean, there are some goodies in there. That's
very nice.
That's pretty.
Very nice.
Yep, pretty awesome.
That's pretty awesome.
Now, if you put something in, you send us a picture of it or whatever, and we put your name in a bucket and we draw out your name. So, as we stated earlier in the show,
this is fixing to be given away to you.
We're going to give away this Calcutta fish bag with a Calcutta D hooker right there.
It's nice, which you can use this weekend during the tournament.
You could, and all you had to do, John,
put your name in there,
was put a little something in that bucket.
Right.
Didn't have to be much. Didn't have to be much at all.
Nope. Didn't have to be much. Could have been some bum.
But we've got
some names in there.
So we got some names in there.
And I'm gonna draw one.
And I'm not gonna lie, that Jessica girl, she got her name in there a lot.
She giveth.
She put a bunch of stuff in the bucket.
She giveth.
And there's what do I see? I see Dale's in there again, and Denise is in there. I see Rick. I see Ty. There's
names in there.
Well, there's several names in there. I can't get them all to turn right
Jessica.
there. Yeah, Rick.
Yeah, get them to fall off of Jessica.
There's some names.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. Just pick one, John.
I am.
Just one.
I got one.
All right. No way.
No way. No way. Is this the new Jessica Dale?
Congratulations, Dale. Dale won last month.
Yeah.
Dale managed to do it again.
Is it just me? I run in trends. Am I trendy? What am I?
Yeah.
I'm
sure.
trendy.
You are.
I trend people.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I'm trendy. John Trendy King.
So, congratulations, Dale.
Needy, trendy, whatever you want to call it.
Now, I didn't even have to get to
He's donated it back already.
So here we go. Going into Bonnie's bucket for the tournament.
Fit in the bucket. It's not gonna fit in the bucket.
Dale said, "Pay it forward." There we go. So Bonnie's bucket for the tournament from the Tailors
overfloweth.
Is wow. There you go.
Well,
Good
thank
job.
you, Dale.
Good job.
Dale's
Dale.
the man when it comes to this.
Very good.
Dale don't play. Dale does not play.
Oh, Wow, man. I'm tuckered out. John, you ready to go home?
Nope. Yep. Let's do. All right, we're done. All right, tonight you're gonna win a bait and stackle sticker from Captain's Cove.
Yeah, there you go.
You're gonna get a couple lures,
Some
Jigs that are from our sponsors, some Sunnies, and you're gonna win some Q8 super baits.
Yep.
It's always nice to mention our sponsors more than once.
Speaking of sponsors, John.
Speaking of sponsors,
this is the point in the show where we hear from Salt Life. Here you go. There we go. Big shout out to Salt Life for sponsoring Shasta McNasty Fishing and by proxy the show, John. Let's see. David has a question. What are the fish species in the tournament, Bonnie, and what is the entry fee? There you go, Bonnie. Some people still signing up.
Yeah, get them going.
All right, John. So, let's see, where are we at? Oh, this is the point in the show, John, where we give away 20% off your next saltlife.com
Let's see what the code
right
has.
here.
Could you imagine if the code has something to do
If
with
it has GAG in that code right there,
wow.
I'll lose my mind.
Whoa, man. Whoa, Nelly.
Keep in mind that this code works one time and one time only. The first one to enter the code in that little code section, John, coupon section, they get it, 20% off. All right. Here we go. Are you ready, John?
I'm ready.
Here
Let's do it, Gag.
Right. Tonight's code, CC20GBEWBZ. So no gag, but there's a G. You can make that work.
No. Gags be wrongly bartered to New Zealand. Yeah, that's where they're going. New Zealand gags. They took them from us.
One more time on that code, CC20GBEWBZ.
It says gags be in the water because BZ, we can't keep them. Yeah. Because we're not allowed to keep them no more. That's why they in the water.
There we go. All right, David, here we go. You got red, trout, a Florida slam with a snook. So I guess the snook,
measuring.
Snook will be a picture kind of thing, I guess. Okay. And like I said, $75 per angler. Or $40 for veteran or first responder. So there you go.
Veteran, first responder, $40. Get you into there to do some tournament.
And like I said, show up Friday night, and you learn some more. Because I think we're doing a little. This is above and beyond. I think this is because you're gonna have to take pictures of the snook. You really want to come to the captain's meeting, so you
need to come
know
sign
firsthand,
up, get everything.
So on Saturday, there's
meeting.
No drama, no
That's
mama
right.
drama.
We're not doing none of that.
Yeah.
Bonnie's hired me as the enforcer, so you don't want to mess around at her in tournament because I'll take care of the problem.
You'll hum them to death.
I'll hum them to death. Kumbaya. Any problems, to take it up with John. So trust me, and John don't like problems, so I'll kick you out. No, we got such good people. We ain't got to worry about that.
So John, that's we're gonna get through trips here real quick and easy because it's gonna be quick and easy.
Yep.
You didn't fish. The weather sucked.
That's right.
It was windy and rainy. Lots of rain. Lots of rain.
Flea market.
Now, John, I will touch on this here just a little bit. Lickety split and Shasty McNasty. We got us a new mud boat. Ooh.
I thought you were going to say you got us a new quad engine, trip engine, 40-footer.
We're still working on it.
Okay. All right. I worked him over the other day, too.
We're wearing him down, John. We're wearing him down.
I worked him over the other day, too. I said, you need to sell that boat to sail.
Yeah, which is interesting, which leads me to believe that we still got, some new sponsors hanging on the edge.
That's right.
Here, so that's
Never
gonna be
know.
real exciting. But it's not a brand new mud boat, John, but it's going to be brand new.
It looks pretty new.
And it is.
I'm not going to lie.
It's pretty sharp, John.
That guy took care of that boat.
And until we get 100% of the documentation, everything, I'm not going to show a whole lot on it. But I will say that I did take it in the water yesterday, primarily just to run. Didn't buy any bait, didn't do anything like that. But I did bring a rod, and in my box, I just happened to have some Q8 baits. And I threw a few times, and little black drum. He's right there about a keeper size,
That's
so
pretty cool. You don't get many drum
on artificial, like that,
and then you took a Q8 out there and got her done without even.
Now again, this was its virgin trip, so I didn't want to go too far back, too far this, too far, in case.
Has anybody seen Eric? I don't know. The sand net's got him, but other than that, I ain't seen him. So Sam ain't heard from Eric in 3 days.
So being as that we can't keep any goddamn grouper anymore, Pigeon stand, that's one.
Beep, 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 beep. I beeping it. I caught it. A little late, but I caught it.
We'll catch all the redfish we want, and then we'll keep one if they want it.
Oh, great.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, mercy me.
It wasn't me. I'm good. I got nothing to say.
Yeah.
So far, so good for John. I took 3 volumes. I'm good.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Too late for the beep.
Too late. That was way too late. I got it, but I got it after the beep. Yep.
There we go.
Y'all didn't hear that
John.
anyways.
Yeah. So, all right. What do we got? We got John spotted by, and then we're getting into the topic. I promise. Here we go. You can't rush the show, John.
That's
you
right.
Can't. There
you
we
got to
go.
just roll through it.
We spotted Brooke right there. Yeah. We spotted Justin right there. He said it's been a little bit since he's fished, and he was getting back in the swing of it right there. And we spotted Laura right there. It looked like, Laura, it's going to have to be bigger than that, hon. You're going to have to do better than that.
That was just...
that was warm-up.
That was warming up.
That was warm-up.
Yeah, she's warming up.
Yeah.
Warming up.
I just figured she's doing all that trash talking,
Well, hey, hers right there would have beat an overslot.
It would have. That beats an overslot any day of the week.
Overslot every time because she can keep that one and weigh it. That overslot ain't no way.
Yep.
So she wins.
All right, let me see. What do we got? You can also register at the Anglers Party. We have the little square for debit cards, too.
There you go.
All right. I like the square, John. I like the square. All right. So, John, where's my thing? I got a little thing right here, and I want to, now I will say, tonight's topic, Rage Against the Machine. Obviously, we're a little upset at the system, I guess, if you will, so that's, but before we get hot and heavy into it, let me just, let me get all the legalese out of the way right here. Here we go. Let's see, there it is. Okay. The what you're about to hear is not reflective of, to you by Shasty Knotty Tails.
I like that. I like that. None of these people have anything to do with any of this.
Plash Lights.
It's all just me. If you got a problem, email me.
Bonnie
and I ain't even started yet.
She had a hard
I told you I was going to be nice.
Negative, Nautical
right.
Mailboxes.
The views attributed to what we are about to say are not attributed to any of these people. They have no idea what we're going to say.
Barbecue.
And I told you I'm going to be gentle.
So
completely.
I will tell you that John hit me up early and this may be a first in 5 years, that John hit me up. He says, I've got a topic. I've got the information. I have. And it's like, well, by God, let John do it.
Eric was like,
I
me
really-
no hable. Me no hable.
I have very little knowledge of what John
Me
is
no
getting ready to spew, but,
me no hable group A.
but I figured to counterbalance or even just have some state of clarity, I do have some things printed.
That's right.
and official, type
We've
things,
decided that after I say something, Eric's going to go, yeah! Yeah! Wait a minute. No!
Yeah.
No!
All right. So again, if you're not aware, let's go ahead and bring this up here, John. I mean, I think by now, unless you live under a rock,
you know what's going on.
You're in the fishing community. NOAA posted a bulletin, John, and basically it announced what pretty much had been talked about, from the get-go, not from the get-go, but was brought up earlier in the week, and people said, no, and it was, yeah, if you look hard enough, this information was out to find. But basically, recreational harvest of gag in federal waters of the Gulf of Mexico will close at 12:01 a.m. local time on October 19th. What does that mean? That means October 18th is the last day you can physically fish in federal waters for the gags. That will be closed until the 2024 fishing season, and expect it to be the same. I mean, the game plan is the same. It will be supposedly from the same time it was this past to what it was supposed to be. Will we make it? God only knows. So, so that kind of, that's out there. Now, there are a couple of things that I do want to point out on here, and I'll just bring it up, So, this is currently all federal. It currently has nothing to do with state. I called the FWC regional office for our area today. And where is my picture of this information? So anybody that feels that they want to do it, and this is our area. We're the North Central region. And I called and I spoke to Chris. I called this number, 386-758-0525, and Chris answered the phone. He was very, very cordial, answered my, I told him who I was, the reason why I was calling. He was like, yeah, we've heard something about this. He looked back and he looked up, he looked up the bulletin, and he says, yeah, it looks like that's what federal is doing. And I said, okay, great. I said, now, we know that federal or FWC has a tendency to follow what, the federal does. And he says, yeah, we normally do. I said, so I'm asking you, do you plan to follow this? And he says, as of right now, today being Wednesday, the 4th, that they did not have plans to do it. In the same breath, he said there are currently meetings going on that will wrap up sometime late tomorrow evening, in which he was sure that this would probably be brought up in these meetings. So we may have something from the FWC as early as Friday, but probably look for some kind of FWC announcement on Monday. So, let's see. So what is Jeff? Jeff says the state of Florida issued an executive order today to end state waters also.
There it is. It didn't last very long.
So, and again, that's what a comment.
Yeah.
John has not verified it. I have not verified that either.
Yep.
That is a comment.
Yep.
So, like I said, I made a phone call today to the regional office in which, Chris had said, as of today, no, and there probably wouldn't be anything, until that point. So,
they were talking about releasing an answer on Monday.
Yep.
So once it's out there, now if this is already out there, then it's over.
Yep.
So now,
So the question came up. They always follow suit.
They do.
And
They
they
usually do.
And they followed suit, but there's exceptions.
There's a chance.
Just like the red snapper season.
Yep.
They shut down the red snapper season. DeSantis said, hey, in state waters, you get these weekends, you get the Thanksgiving holiday, you get, so I mean, is it all doom and gloom? Probably.
Probably.
But maybe not. Now, like I said, I worked on this all day, and all day I did not see any of this, that state executive orders and all that good stuff. So if it just came up in the last little bit, then maybe it has. But up until the point of the show, that has been a null deal. But,
It's funny, but when they were pressed, that's when they decided to go ahead and come out with it, because I don't think they were going to drop this out as quick. But what happened was some people found out about it. Yeah. And you know how that goes, because once you start getting those phone calls, you don't want to hear it.
Sure. Oh,
because some people are going to yell at you. Some people are going to be mad. Some people are going to raise totally Cain, like I did when I was younger. But now I don't do that because I take Valiums.
Yeah. Well, everybody asked me, Eric, are you mad about this or you what? And I said, well, yes, of course I am. But I pretty much got out of the commercial fishing game 2018-ish because there was so much NOAA interference in what you needed to do. It was very hard to make a living at doing it. There was too many regulations.
The living's over.
There was too much, and it's gotten even worse. NOAA on the commercial side is telling you, here's your quotas. Okay, now we're cutting those quotas back to this, to where it's almost a non-livable wage for people that have been doing this, their entire life, so.
You take into account the fuel you're using on the boat, how far you're having to go to get these fish.
Sure.
You're not making any money.
Yep.
When you're buying quota for fish, you're paying for it. Then you're trying to sell it at a set price. There's no value in it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, that's the honest to God's truth about that.
Yeah. So Jeff says you received 2 emails, goes for the South Atlantic on October 23rd. So, and this is one thing we've got to be very particular and careful about. You got to, when you're looking at these regulations, you got to look at the South Atlantic.
Yep.
And you got to look at the Gulf. Because they are 2 separate entities. And you can get trapped very easily in looking in on the Atlantic side and not have what you need for the Gulf side. So, I mean, there's be very, very careful about, what you're looking at.
The South Atlantic is Amendment 53. Our amendment is, what is it, Sadar? What was it, Eric?
Well, it's still going to be an amendment.
Sadar 72.
Well, that's the study.
Yeah. So Sadar 72 is what our study is for that. And then that amendment is the South Atlantic. So you have to be really careful not to interchange those two.
So basically, we're in what they call a temporary adjustment.
Yeah.
They have to have the Gulf's plan set in stone by January 2024.
Yeah.
So basically, this upcoming year. So everybody says, what do you do? What can you do? What can my voice be heard? Whatever. So there's things that you can do, and it comes in cycles. And obviously, you can reach out to NOAA and tap them and give them your opinion. But one of the ways to do it is you could be what do they call these here? Boom, there we go. You could join the advisory panel, John.
AP, baby.
Yep, you could be an AP.
Yep.
And that's a big fancy title.
That is a fancy title.
And it sounds great.
Hey, I have a question.
Yep.
Who can be an AP?
Well, just about anybody, John.
Anybody can be on an advisory panel. Meaning that, what do you have to be on the AP, Eric?
Well, hold on here.
Am I jumping?
Well, you are. Because
let's read it.
I got 3 pages of this crap.
All right, let's read
it. So first of all, what is an advisory panel? And basically, it's comprised of individuals from the public who provide advice and feedback on fisheries management in the Gulf. The council uses APs to promote a well-rounded understanding of each component of fisheries management in the Gulf by drawing upon the expertise and knowledge of people from across various fisheries. There you go. So that's what they are. How do you become one? Well, they solicit applications for repopulation of APs on a rotating basis in February through March each year. And they rotate them out about every 3 years, John. So
Because they're sick of hearing from them. But go ahead.
So it says, what are the responsibilities? Well, as a member, you're appointed to a 3-year term. You're expected to review background materials, attend meetings, often in person, it says, and participate in discussions to make fishery management recommendations to the council. The council, John.
The council.
Yep, the council. So that's NOAA is the council,
They
right?
are the head honcho.
Yeah, there you go. So you'll even get reimbursed for your travel, John.
Wow.
And it says, can anyone apply to be a member? It says, it doesn't exclude anyone. However, there are some criteria.
Yep, here we go.
You got to have a driver's license.
Woo!
And not be convicted of any fishery violations in the last 5 years.
Woo!
Yep. But wait, John, there's more.
There's more.
So, how do APs function? Well, basically, you'll be notified if there's a meeting. They typically convene once or twice a year, depending on the issues at hand. Some APs rarely meet and will only be convened when specific issues or species needed to be discussed. So there you go, John. If you want to be an AP,
I want to be an AP. I got a driver's license.
Yep. No. It sounds like just about anybody
can be an AP
on an AP and give their opinion to the council. Which the question should be more of, John, who is on the council? What is the council? What builds up the council? You know.
I have a question.
Those were my.
That was
those were all my fact point checks, right there. So those were the facts grounded out right there, John. Now you've got your whole ordeal, and we'll talk about what the council is here, in a little bit.
Okay, so we're going to go to the council later.
Yep.
Okay, so I made a phone call today, and I'm not going to mention his name, but I'm going to tell you that he is one of the finest fishermen I've ever fished with. He's one of the finest fishermen offshore I've ever seen in action and been with. And I asked him a few questions today. The first question I asked him was, I said, hey man, can I spend some time with you today on the phone because you're not out fishing? And I want to ask you a few questions. Now, I'm not going to mention this person's name because most everybody you know him, but it really doesn't matter what his name is. Very good fisherman, very knowledgeable. I wouldn't have called anybody else. This name came to me while I was driving my truck and I was taking a long trip, so I decided I'm going to give him a call, see if he's home, not fishing today, and ask him a few questions. So today, the first question I asked him I said, do you think the gag population is less today than it was 50 years ago? That's the way I put the question to him. He said, John, in all my years of fishing, he said, I've been a guide for 20-something years. He said, I believe that there is overfishing on the gag population in certain areas. So, wow, that's a great answer. I said, what do you think's being overfished? And he said, what I think's being overfished is the male gag population. Now, what does this entail for a male gag in the population? So a male, can they see that?
No.
Oh, shoot. Okay, so with a male considered being overfishing, the males start at about the year, we'll say 5 to 6 years old are females. They morph from a female into a male as they get older. So if you take a gag grouper that's 30-something inches long, more than likely he's a male. Now, they can be still females, so don't let that fool you. Not every big gag out there offshore is a male. There are females. There are not as many of them, but there are out there. And I started talking to him, and I had this question, which really I've been thinking about, because I'm 55 years old. I've been fishing the Gulf since I was 10 years old. So I've been out there 45 years fishing for gags. I fish commercially. I fish with captains. I love gag grouper fishing. That's one of my favorite things to do. Believe it or not, My background is I release most all the gags I catch. Eric's seen me do this over the years. He's like, what are you doing? I said, so even Eric started. We started doing it together. We'd go fishing, have a good time, take a photo, make memories. We'd catch these gags and we'd let them all go. People are like, what are you doing? They taste great. I said, well, we're not really into that. You know, we just want to catch fish, have fun. Now, Eric being a guide, he wants to take a person fishing. More than likely, they're going to want to keep that fish. That's why they go. God put the fish in the ocean. If you believe in God, and I don't care if you don't, doesn't matter, it's not what we're here for. Fish were put on this earth to eat. Deer, cows, we have teeth, we're human, we eat. You weren't made to eat chicken nuggets. Chicken nuggets are not good for you. If you make your own chicken nugget, maybe. Chicken nuggets, you're going out there and eating, that's not good for you. Fish is good for you. Fish has become a staple of our diet, and it's got all the omegas in it. It's wonderful for your blood pressure. Fish is good and healthy for you. This is the reason we go fishing, is to eat the fish. Now, do I care if you keep them? Nope. Do I care if you don't keep them? Nope. I got no skin in this game. I'm not a captain. I'm not a guide. I don't make money off of this, and I don't care what you do. But I stand up for the little man when I see something's going wrong. Sure. So as I'm talking to him, I said, look, can you tell me how many gags you've caught that were over 30 pounds? And I said, then tell me how many people you know of off of two hands have caught a fish over 50 pounds. How many can you name? We came up with 12 names. That's it. 12. If you don't understand what catching a gag that 30 pounds or bigger, 40 pounds or 50 pounds is, this person has caught two in his lifetime, exactly at 50. He's not been able to break the 50-pound mark. 50-pound gags are the rusty bellies that they mainly operate in 175 foot of water to 230 off to the steamboat lumps. That's where these fish stay because they are breeders. They're out there. They migrate. They go in teams. They migrate around in a little circle. They go around and they breed out there. When a female breeds 60-something thousand to 1.5 million eggs, that big old boy goes over there and does his thing. Fertilizes those eggs, and you've got a baby grouper. The baby grouper are hatched and born and live off of our wonderful coast, the Gulf Coast, in our grasses, in our lime rock, in our ledges.
The mangroves.
The mangroves. They live there. We have the best estuary around. His area is Tampa that I'm talking about. He does not have that. We, in our area, the Big Bend, probably contain, I would say 90%, we thought, of all the baby gags are hanging out in our area. Then they migrate off down to Tampa, down towards the Keys, out there to 200 foot of water, to the steamboat lumps, out there to the ledges, and the edges, and the Madison Swanson up towards, this is where they go. From Destin down. This is their migratory range. Red grouper don't go to Destin, hardly, or if ever. I don't even think they go up there at all. But these are our gag grouper. This is straight off the website. This is not John making this up. This is where they breed. This is off limits during breeding season for people to fish. This is where the big rusty bellies hang out. Now, how can we fix this? If we were to stop taking gags over 40 inches, leave them alone. I hate to say the word slot. Eric didn't like it when I said it, but you know what? Maybe we need to implement a slot of 24 to 40 inches. That gives you a fish up to about 25, 30 pounds. Those of you who think fish are that big that are 30 inches, they're not. You need a scale. But that's another story for another segment.
30 pounds.
Yeah, 30 pounds. 30 pounds. They're not 30 pounds. A 30-pound fish is a huge fish. If you and after talking about the 12, I called up my dad and I said, my dad's 77 years old. He's been fishing the Gulf Coast since he was about 15 years old. I said, Dad, how many fish have you caught over 30 pounds? He said 3. I was like, you know these? And he said 3. He caught a 48-pounder on the Apollo back in 1984. And he's caught 2 fish in the 1990s with Mike Cole and my brother. They were trolled. Those were caught in 45, 50 foot of water. Now, that's very rare to catch a fish that big because those fish fought for 45 minutes on the trolling bug and they barely got them in. So if you've ever hooked a fish that big, that fish will gunnel you. If you understand what gunnel means, it will actually pull you down almost knees into the gunnel of that boat. And you have to have great line, rod, and reel to land a fish of such value that big. In my lifetime, Eric, I've caught one gag over 30 pounds. And I caught him commercial fishing.
Well, our problem is everybody catches a 30-inch gag.
Yep.
That fish weighs 15 pounds if you're lucky. And
if
they're
you're
like,
lucky.
oh, I got this 30-pounder.
Nope.
You know, that's far from 30
Far from 30 pounds.
But that's the stigma you get with that size fish. You know, what we catch, and you call it the slot, what we catch in our area is that 18 to... really 33, to 36 being on the big side inch fish. That is really what we catch predominantly in our area. We don't get those big.
Yeah, we don't get the big ones.
I mean, are they there?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you get to catch them? No, because they beat you.
They beat you. Yeah. You put 200-pound test line on there and a double monofilament feeder line on there, and he'll break you to the rocks before you ever get him out of there. Sure. So they're just tough fish.
Are you getting ready to throw numbers at them?
Oh, yeah. Here comes some numbers.
Oh,
So I took Noah's numbers, and I said, wow, okay. I said, Noah allowed us 403,759 pounds of non-gutted fish to be caught. 403,759 pounds. Now, the NFS fishing lady said that there's millions of anglers in Florida. So we thought, wow, millions of anglers in Florida. How would they know that? Well, that's a fishing license. How would they know that those people with a fishing license are going for Gag Grouper? And Eric says, I got this. Why is that, Eric?
Over the last couple of years, the Reef Angler Survey, if you go to get your fishing license, they tell you, oh, it's free, but if you're going to fish offshore, you have to click yes, on this. Mm-hmm. And if you don't have it and you're offshore fishing,
you're going to get a fine.
A
ticket.
But so of course, everybody who goes to get a fishing license is going to say it's free, put it on there.
I've got one.
I may go saltwater
That's
fishing
right.
one day.
I may go.
So there you go. How do you get your numbers up? You make people do something they really don't. You don't see the evil in it.
No.
You just
think
go,
that's good.
Sure, it's free. Give it to me.
I'll take it.
There you go. So now you
just became a Gag Grouper fisherman.
There you go.
Without even ever doing it.
You have this highly inflated, skewed number now that everybody that has that now they're considered a fisherman, and that's what's taking from our numbers.
That's
but
right.
Go ahead, John.
So, Gag Grouper started this year on September 1st. It was supposed to last until November 10th. Good. Everybody booked their trips. People called up Eric and said, hey, man, I'd like to go fishing. Eric started marking his book off and booking trips. That's how Eric's going to make some money for his family, to live in his house, to pay his truck payment, to pay for fuel.
Living in a van under the bridge.
Yep.
To the river.
So this is where I feel, because again, I have no game, I have no stick, but I'm going to stick up for the people that I know, because I know a lot of guides and I know that they book trips. Now, the other day, it comes out, hey man, we're going to shut this off. October 19th, we're done. Well, why? Well, because it's overfished. What do you mean it's overfished? How do you come up with that? Well, because y'all caught too many fish too fast. I caught too many fish too fast. How does that happen, Eric? I don't understand.
Go to the
numbers. If there's no fish out there, how do you catch too many fish too fast? Well, I thought, let's listen to the numbers. Okay, 403,759 pounds. So I took the 1 million fishermen and I divided 403,759 divided by 1 million. And I'm a dummy. I didn't graduate no school and I ain't on no board.
John.
But I came up with 0.40 of a pound per fisherman on the start of September 1st. And the gag season would be closed. But then I thought, there's no way, because Eric told me, look, man, everybody's got one of those things. So let's be normal and legit, and let's use their own number that they came up with, which is 403,759 pounds, and go with about 50,000 gag fishermen. I say that's a lot more normal. 50,000 people started fishing for gags on September 1st, meaning recreational only. I'm not counting commercial, because they're like at 49% and we're at 51%. We've got a couple more percent of pounds than they do. So after dividing that up, 8 pounds each. On average, the fish you catch at 24 inches are 5 to 6 pounds. 50,000 people can catch one gag, and we have now met our quota.
Your 24-inch gag, give or
5 to
take,
6.
is 7 to 8 pounds.
Yeah, 7 to 8 pounds. So if he's a fat gag, if he's a skinny gag, that's it.
You've caught your limit.
Now, so the lady gets on there and she goes, well, the reason that so many fish were caught is everybody ran out there to go fishing. That's her own words, not mine. That's hers. I'm just repeating it. She said everybody went fishing so quick. They did. I haven't been one time Gag Grouper fishing. How many times you been, Eric?
Not very many.
Not very many.
September 1st.
September.
Weather.
Yeah, the weather was kind of crappy, wasn't it? Didn't we have a hurricane? Didn't Idalia come through there and go, I don't think so?
Yep.
Could have, possibly. Said no. So, doing the math at 403,759 pounds, and it happened so fast because everybody went fishing, and it shut it down on October 19th. Because the reason they want to shut it down is they don't want to take that weight and add it to next year's weights, which will do what, Eric? Make the season even shorter.
Yeah. Well, that's the direction we're heading to.
Oh my God. So I listened to a show yesterday. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't going to bring up anything that was already brought up. And in that show, the guy said they had 140 employees working for the government dole for NOAA, not counting the people that are on the, what did you call that board? The NP? AP?
Oh, the advisory panel.
Advisory panel.
Yeah.
Not counting them. There's 140 NOAA employees. So I went online and I was like, because they made a statement that it wasn't about the money. Wow. The average salary of a NOAA person is $65,300, and the national average is $135,422 a year for somebody who has never fished before. That makes the decisions for our grouper fishery. Man.
We need to apply for NOAA, John.
I need to work for NOAA, because when you take government into, let's just say, I'm here from the government, I'm here to help. That's the worst thing you can ever hear from somebody. Sure. Because I'm telling you right now, NOAA is out for themselves. They're not out for you. I promise you. When you're making that kind of money, you've got to come up with something that says, hey man, there's no fish out there. Because if you don't, and you say there's plenty of fish out there, you're going to lay people off because there's no reason for you to have your job. And I say that nicely, but that's the truth. And you can argue it with whoever you want, or you can call me whatever name you want. I really don't care. It doesn't bother me any, because I know that that's true. I called the grouper shortage almost a year and a half ago. I said, look, they're going to close grouper. Me and Eric came up with it. We said it, and we were chastised. We were told we're full of bull, and boom, it happened.
Yeah.
Whammo. And I said it was going to happen. They were going to shorten the season. I didn't even know the poundage weight, but once I found it out, I was like, well, of course they're going to shorten it.
Sure.
My gosh, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that's the path we're headed down.
All the information's there.
Now,
you just have to look.
All you got to do is go to NOAA online. You can go and see. Put it this way. I pulled this up. The Gulf of Mexico inventory will not be overfished. 2016 inventory evaluation isn't subject to overfishing, primarily based on 2018 catch knowledge. You can discover this on StockSmart. StockSmart is what they're going by. StockSmart says under Sadar 72 that the number of grouper by tonnage is 3,760,024 pounds.
Read them big numbers.
The last time they did a survey on this, there's no data available for 2021, guys.
So, and this
Look,
this
right
is,
there to the left. No data available.
They can't see what I'm looking at.
They can't?
No.
But, all right. If I hold this up for you guys, there's no data available for 2021. Right there. Zero data.
The trend estimated catch, no data available. This is a 2021 assessment, John. That here at the very top of it, it says
Updated.
the last year of data, 2019.
Oh, God.
So the numbers that they are generating all their information from, John, all of their information, John, is from 2019.
Oh, man. What year are we in there?
We're in 2023, John.
If
Almost
I
rolling.
did
We're almost
my math,
rolling into 2024.
25, 24.
Yeah.
If I did my math, or my math properly, that's 4-year-old data. Wow. How did they obtain their data? Do you know that of all my years of fishing, I've only been stopped one time and asked what I caught by the guy in the hat sitting there at the end of the dock that's not going to write you a ticket. He's just asking you, he's just there to do a survey, how many fish you caught. And you know what he said to me as I was driving the boat by as I dropped my wife off at the dock? I thought he was trying to get me to come back because I just wanted to run my boat in the fresh water. He says, "Hey, man, did you catch anything, John?" I said, "No, sir." Had a bad day. And I kept on driving. But my wife filled him in, of course, you know, because she's going to fill him in. I asked the guy, I said, "Look, the guy I talked to today," I said, "what can be done better to assess the grouper?" He said, "A VMS system." He said, "But there's only one problem. They voted it down." There was a lawsuit in Louisiana because they were going to go with a vehicle monitoring system for everybody who fished for grouper. They were going to monitor it. They were going to say how many fish you caught. And the vehicle monitoring system does not tell you where you're fishing at. It looks like a bunch of spaghetti straps.
Can I stop you before you step in the poop?
No. I'm telling you what's going to happen.
Okay. Well.
So it monitors every 15 seconds. It sends a ping, or 15 minutes. Sends a ping to your boat. You're moving. It makes a bunch of spaghetti straps. They're not going to know exactly where you're fishing at, but they will know the quadrant and zone you're fishing in. They can keep up with you that close.
Are you
But
done? No? Okay, keep going.
Go ahead. Well, no, go ahead. Go
No.
ahead.
I
Go
just,
ahead.
before you step in it too deep.
No, I'm not going deep with it.
VMS, you have to understand, every commercial boat out there has a VMS.
That's right. They know where they catch
Not
their
only
fish.
does that mark where you're at, it pings. It pings exactly where you're at. Not only does it do that, you have to create fish catch reports.
Yes.
So you have to send these in.
Yep.
They tried to implement the same thing, and they did. They didn't try.
Yeah, they
implemented the same thing for every guide that had a federal Gulf Reef permit. Not the everyday fisherman, John.
Just
the federal permitted vessels. So people here in our area that had them, and me being one of them, via Sam's boat.
You had one.
We had one on the boat. It was voted to be unconstitutional via the lawsuit filed by the gentlemen or the people there in Louisiana.
Yep. They beat it.
And they beat it, and we were able to take these off the boat and not have to do that fish reporting anymore.
Yep.
So I don't think that was a good plan. and obviously anybody that had to, roll with that plan didn't think it was a good plan. So that's, and that would have only generated what the guides were catching. It would have had nothing to do with what Joe Smo or the million people they have with fishing licenses, have.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't have accounted for any of that.
But why would it have helped? So most of your fish that are big, back to the big grouper again, the ones that the stock assessment is lower on, where are they at? 230 to 250, 275 foot of water. What kind of boat does it take to get out there? Most of those boats are untrailerable. Most of those boats are owned by guides. Most of those boats are owned by people that take people out on a charter. They have the reef permits to go out there and get these type of fish. When you go to a dock, most of those people that are pulling a boat are pulling a boat about 17 foot long to 30 foot long. Most boats that are bigger than that are a little harder to trailer. They're a little harder to pull with a dually. Not everybody owns a boat that big. So when the guy sits there in Tampa and the people come in and he says, hey, how many gag grouper did you catch? And the 30-foot guy says, well, we went to 40. They go about 30, 45 miles offshore with these boats, 50 miles. He says, how many gag groupers did you catch? The guy says, oh, we caught 8. We limited out. We got 4 people on the boat. We limited out. Okay, that gives them a good model to go by with that guy with a 30-foot boat. Then you got the guy with a 20-foot boat that says, he's just that guy. He's got to do everything, right? And the guy says, well, how many fish? Well, we limited out. Well, what'd you catch? 2 gags. Okay, we write that down, 2 gags. Then you've got the guy that he asked that has no clue what he's doing. How many of them out there are there, Eric?
Oh, a lot of them.
A lot of them.
We could be any one of those at any given day.
Yep.
You could do everything right and still not catch fish.
So let's say that 50% of those guys that they asked didn't catch fish. Well, man, that sounds like something's been overfished, doesn't it? Holy mackerel. Now, how do you use that to skew the number if you're asking people that A, don't know how to fish, B, are the ones on Facebook going, do you got a number you can give me so I can go catch some fish? Because they can't figure out how to go out there and find them on their own. We have the best equipment available. We have GPSs. We have bigger boats. We can find fish because the equipment is that much far superior than it was years ago. Well, guess what they're using against you? They're saying because you have the better equipment, because you have the bigger boat, you must be catching more fish, so we got to shut it down. That's one of the excuses they use.
Well, here it's spelled out from NOAA.
Yep.
Why are the reductions in this temporary rule so drastic, John? NOAA says, based on the 2021 stock assessment,
2021.
Gulf gag are overfished, and overfishing is occurring. Now, let's keep in mind, this is what they say on their page.
Absolutely. You can look it
The
up.
2021 stock assessment is based off of 2019. Ouch! Now let's keep that in mind. So why are our rules so drastic that, how many is this? 23 and 2019 was how many years ago? So we really got to crack down because we hadn't done crap in
4 years.
many years. Yep.
So
there you go. So that's in their own words right there, John. And of course, they call this a estimated and temporary rule, which you were saying. I think it was Amendment 53. Maybe you said earlier, but the council is working on Amendment 56, which will be ours on our coast right there. And that will be a long-term plan under development, which will not be in effect until early 2024. So basically, they've got until January to come up with a plan, that will...
if they follow the Southeast plan, that's a 10-year plan.
And it's not going to be good
hope
if they
not.
follow that.
But if they do, which has already been implemented in 55, that's a 10-year plan, and I'm here to tell you that the numbers are drastically low.
Sure, yeah. So like I said, hopefully they do not look to the east coast of Florida for venue, But there again, what we have said tonight was not going to change anything. They're doing what they're going to do.
That's right. They don't care what we say.
We wanted to talk about the council itself here just briefly. The council and the council is built up of primarily 0.25% of fishermen, whether they be recreational side or commercial. The other 75% are activists, lawyers, biologists, scientists, whatever the case might be, people that really they don't want to hear from the fishing side of it. They want to do what they want to do. There's not enough people on the fishing side to vote to go against anything they want to do.
They win.
They win every time.
Every time.
So,
if you think for 1 second showing up one of these meetings and you go in there guns a-blazing with any type of information that you have, even if you're a diver and you go there and say, well, I dove 80 rocks today and I counted 50 grouper on every rock. They don't care. They don't. You're not going to win. They've never, ever, and when I say ever, have they listened to what they've had to say. They'll sit there and listen to you, but they're not going to change what they say because of what you say.
Oh, no.
Period. They've never given back. I think he even said that in his thing yesterday. They've never given back. And if you think that they're going to give back for you, good luck with that one. It's not going to happen. So they honestly, to God, don't want you fishing. Let's face it.
Your grouper catch limit is gone.
It's gone.
It is what it'll be. It's nothing
be
now. It will probably be reduced to 1 in some kind of slot, possibly. You know, like I said, if they follow what the East Coast has done to
it'll drop to 1.
iota, it's going to be horrible. So, what can you do? Like I said, you could try to become an AP.
Anybody can be one of those.
Yeah, you know. But again, they report to, and just because you report to doesn't mean they listen. They obviously they don't listen.
The APs didn't even know this had happened. I knew before the APs did.
So if you look back at all the posts that happened last week, everybody was pointing the finger at everybody else. Nobody supposedly knew anything about anything. And then all of a sudden Monday rolls around and it's like, oh my gosh, I don't know how this happened. Yet, you know, it was out there for anybody that wanted to look to see.
NOAA blamed NMFS because they said it was overfished. And they say that they go off a recommendation of NMFS. Yeah. So you've got one big circle and us fishermen right there in the middle.
Yep. So primarily, that's all you could do. Keep in mind that this is government bureaucracy. These people are not voted in. This is
these are jobs.
A job.
Jobs.
These people, you know, can be fired or whatever the case might be. But
there'll be another one fill a spot. You're not getting rid of them.
So we're not able to vote these people in or vote them out to do our bidding. They're doing what they want to do. And don't get us wrong, by any means, John and I could serve, because he'll preach to you up and down about catching and releasing. That's what John does. We're all for the conservation thing.
Absolutely.
Please don't take this out of context. It's just what they're doing right now is bad as saying there's no red snapper out there. And I mean, that's what it's boiled down to. There's no red snapper out there, and you know, when red snapper season opens up, you get all you want. You know, they're overgrown. You can't catch anything but red snapper on the East Coast.
That's all they have.
But there's no red snapper out there. Well, they're doing the same thing now with this Gag Grouper. So the comment has come up, well, now that you can't do Gag Grouper and you can't do red snapper and you can't.
No amberjack.
What's the upcomings? Oh, well, you could catch lanes. You could catch these fish. You could catch these fish.
Those are the
Guess
next
what?
fish.
The fish are next on their target. All you got to do is go to NOAA's site,
you can see
and they will tell you these are the upcoming fish that are about to be hit.
Lane, vermilion, beeliner, amberjack, and yellowtail snapper.
So,
do you honestly believe? I've told you time and time again, they pick 3 fish a year. This year it's 4. So they're not going to stop.
They're making up for lost time.
That's right.
You know, it was a long time since they've had a study.
Yeah, because of COVID. COVID knocked 2 years out of the study. You're telling me you were out there during COVID? No, they weren't. Bullcrap. You're lying. I hate to use that word, but when I was young and I lied to my daddy, I got my butt kicked.
Regularly.
Now it seems like now it seems like people can tell you a lie. Do you trust your government that tells you they don't know the difference between a man and a woman? They've tried that.
Mercy. There you go. Yep.
So there you go. That'll end it with that right there. Who do you trust?
Yeah, who do you trust? Who do you? Prince sang it best. All right. Did you know that, huh? Yeah, you didn't
Prince.
know that? Yeah, Prince.
Prince is awesome.
From the Batman soundtrack.
Prince, let me tell you something about Prince.
Let me tell you
I think he's probably the best singer and musician out there. be honest,
I always claimed that he was an excellent guitar player,
Yes.
and I would put him up against anybody. What they call the rock and roll great, whatever.
That dude
I
could
think
tune.
that dude could play on the guitar.
And I love Little Red Corvette. My gosh, buddy, did I see? I knew he sang one.
Yep, there you go.
Man, oh man, that was a great song.
All right.
And the Cars, I like the Cars too.
Yep, I like the Cars as
Cars
well.
were cool. Were they 80s?
Yes.
All right, so we're gonna play some car music during everything. But see, I got through it without yelling.
Yep.
Or
There you
I
go.
mean,
Well,
I just
and again,
look, guys. I really love our fishery. I know what we have. I know there's no shortage. I know there could be a shortage of males after talking to a guy that reaffirmed why the males, and he explained it to me perfectly. I can see that, but we're just being fed baloney. You get fed baloney enough that you'll start to believe the baloney.
Sure.
And look, yes, I want fish to be available for my children when they grow up, but I don't have any kids. I got a girl, and she don't fish. She don't care less.
Well,
So
John,
sounds good.
From you being a kid, we've heard that same thing.
The same thing.
Back then, and that was a long
back in
time
the
ago
day.
for you. Was
Yeah.
we need to save it for your
calling me old?
children, all that good stuff. Well,
I guess I got to catch them.
John, look at everything we've managed to survive that was going to kill us.
Oh, the
from
water
time,
hose.
Oh,
Oh man, we were gonna die from everything.
acid rain. The pollution, the ozone, all these things were going to kill
That's
us,
right.
John.
Everything was gonna
look,
kill us, and
you
yet
know
here we
what?
are.
We're still here.
My mom once told me I was gonna go blind, Eric.
Yeah.
I'm starting to go blind now because I got older.
Well, yeah. Let me see your palms. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hairy knuckles. Yep.
See, we heard everything, but yet here we are.
But still here we are. There's still fish out there to catch.
We haven't gone underwater from the ice age yet. We haven't burned to death from the heat. We've got a crisis on our hands. It's always, everything is political and everything is a crisis now.
Of course.
And that's what really sucks, because why does fishing have to be political?
It doesn't.
Why do we need 140 employees telling us from the government that we're here to help? No, you're not.
That's just the southeast.
That's just the southeast.
That's just the
140
southeast.
employees, man. $100,000, $150,000 a year to tell me that there ain't no fish out there. But yet none of them have ever even fished.
Yeah. Well, you can't say none of them, but the
pretty
mass,
much the mass majority of them never even touched a fish boat. I bet you they couldn't catch a gag if I handed them a pole and gave them a boat and told them to go get one. They wouldn't know what to do.
Well, because there's no gags out there.
That's right. There you go.
I
guess they would
prove your point.
The
See?
reaffirmation of there's no gags out there.
When you put the boat out in the middle of nowhere, right there in the middle of the sand, and you drop the bait and you don't catch gags, obviously there's no gags.
This may or may not be legit, but I actually heard today that NOAA took $3 million in money, when they say it's not about money, and hired a trawler to go out there to see what red snapper were out there. If that's true, and they did that, they used a trawler, paid $3 million.
And the trawler
to assess red snapper.
Yeah, we can't troll over the rocks.
You can't troll over the rocks where the red snapper are because you got a trawler. If you're trawling the sand, and you might get a few, but if that was what they used to assess the red snapper thing, we're in trouble, guys. But hey, don't know if it's true or not. Just a rumor I heard today.
There you go.
Ouch.
All right. As we stated in the beginning, none of what we said today was going to change.
My view. Yeah, it's not going to change
happened.
it. Yeah, it's not going to change it. I said, you can go be on the VP.
But, being informed, knowing where to look, you can get all this information yourself too, and you'll be as flabbergasted as the rest of us.
You can get as much of it as you want. And some of this stuff is so hard to read that a lawyer, it was wrote by a lawyer, it looks like. Somebody that works for $150,000 a year did an awful lot of writing to explain to me per angler, per trip, and per charter vessel about how many pounds and everything can be increased and when it can be increased.
Yep. So there you go. All right, John. Well, I feel like you've already told them what they were going to win tonight.
I did. I showed him.
Chris is even humming now. His blood pressure's gone.
No.
So all right. So John, you've already told us what we're going to win. I think we're on the right page here now.
Yep, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Dale is already counted better. I'm sorry, Denise has.
We're going to have so much fun this weekend, we'll forget about this show even happening. It's just going to be all about the redfish.
Gary says, thanks, fella. Enjoyed the show, kind of. I wish we had better news.
I wish we had better news.
Gary.
But there isn't any better news, unfortunately. But
All right.
heck, they're liable to shut this thing on off us so fast next year. You know, if we have good weather, they'll go, oh my gosh,
All right.
you got out there too quick.
So, John, I have emptied the Captain Stove bucket of
It'll be
everybody that
5
was
new
up in
people.
there earlier
5
tonight.
newbies.
As you know, we're going to ask a question. We're going to take the first 5 right answers we see. We're going to write their name on the sheet of paper and drop it in the bucket. And then we'll draw to see who wins tonight's package. Now, if you have studied this at all, we have not mentioned this at all tonight, but if you have studied this situation
You'll know
at all, you will easily
Easy question.
know this answer. All right, tonight's question. All right. The regional administrator for NOAA Fisheries Southeast name is blank.
Boom. There you go.
We need first and last name to be able to qualify. Again, the regional administrator for NOAA's Fisheries Southeast name is...
I know the answer. I Googled it.
Wow. Either our computer is froze, Bob. No,
It's not Bob. It should
Neil and
be.
Bob, or is that what
It should
you
be
do?
Bob, but it's not Bob. My gravies, man.
All
It's
right.
not Bob.
Dale, I need full name, Dale. I need the full name.
Yep.
Shanty.
At one time, the guy's name was Peter Hood.
Yeah.
What a name.
Bloop.
Bloop.
I think somebody just put Alex Trebek on there.
Alex Trebek. That guy's passed away. Hey. Oh. What's Big Gag for 200, Alex? I'll have Big Gags for 500, Alex.
All right, here we go. So the answer was Andy Strelchik. And Andy Strelchik number is 727-551-5702. If you have any questions to confirm anything we might have said this evening, or if you want to voice an opinion,
Give him a
that
call.
is his office number. This is not his personal number or anything rude or anything like that.
That's straight up
But that
office.
is straight up to the office. If you have any questions concerning this again, he is the regional administrator, so Andy Strelchik, 727-551-5702.
Give him a call.
Give him a question. Give him a call and question anything that we might have said tonight, or he may. They already have the plan.
That's right. He should know the plan inside and out.
I know he's quite the politician, and
That's right.
we'll probably do this and maybe do this.
Yep.
And
He's good.
But,
He's good. He's a very eloquent speaker.
There you go.
Beware of the eloquent speaker.
All right. Who did we got in the boat? We've got Bobby P. We've got Andrew. We've got Denise. We've got Captain Susie. And we got Tyler, which was the pest control thing there. Just in case anybody was
Tyler's
back
pest control.
checking. Yeah. All right, John. There we go.
All right. Who's going to win tonight? This beautiful couple lures to go troll for kingfish, because you're not going to troll for gags with them.
These are going to be
Just remember.
kingfish lures.
Who the heck is that? Andrew.
That's the PhD at WBT.
yep.
All right, congratulations, Andrew. All right,
Yeah,
good
so
job.
remember, these are not for Gag Grouper. These are for kingfish. So don't use them inappropriately.
Strictly for the kings.
Yep.
There we go. All right, remember the upcoming shindig, John?
Oh, man, guys,
2023
come on.
shindig. That's
Come
going to be a
join
good
us.
time.
Have fun.
Come see us Friday night.
I can tell
for
you that
Bonnie's
I don't think
tournament.
I've ever heard a complaint of anybody that's ever showed up to one of our parties. I think they've all had a good time. Or at least I haven't known of any
It was
complaints.
too loud.
Oh, too loud, too partying.
There was too much alcohol.
Yeah.
There was too much of a good time.
That sounds like the good things. That's complaining?
My jeans were too tight. I couldn't hold the quarter.
Oh,
I've heard them all.
okay. The bum dart.
There you go. All right, John, let's get to it. Shasty McNasty's Fishing is brought to you by... Weeby Tailin is brought to you by John. Shasty McNasty Fishing. There it is.
Captain's
Holy
Cove.
cow, I might have had a stroke. Knotty Tails.
Cat got your tongue. Jigs.
Filletzall Blades.
Aquatic Nutrition.
Plash Lights.
Karrie's Custom Rods.
Bonnie with State Farm.
Caddycan.
Native Nautical Mailboxes.
Salt Life.
Power Pole.
Casey's Custom Sea Bass Welding.
There you go. And Sonny's Barbecue.
Yeah,
Go
man.
get you some Sonny's. All
Come
right.
to the shindig.
We'll see everybody next week. Peace out.